What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aaliyah J, and today I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. Honestly, this is a story I had hid in my back pocket for a long time, and I did not want to tell this story because, for one, it sounded crazy, and for two, it was honestly like, sometimes I have to tell stories when things like die down and like the energy settles down. I'm not the type of person that wants like drama, or I don't want to ruin people's lives. I can't tell the story right away when it happens or too soon. So that's why you guys haven't seen a lot of story times from me lately, because a lot of the stuff that has happened, I haven't been able to talk about it because it's just too much. I'm just not that kind of girl. So sometimes I do it out of respect for other people, even though they don't respect me. I'm still not gonna do it because I could do people in, okay? I could do people dirty, greasy, grimy. But, you know, I'm a changed woman. Do you guys remember my story times from like years ago? I was crazy back then. I don't have time to be arguing with people because that's what people want to do online. So I just be like, you know what? I don't even got time for the drama. You guys are gonna gag, okay? Like, I can't even think. But today, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the tea because this story is crazy. This happened, I can't even tell y'all when it happened because, for one, I can't tell y'all when it happened because y'all be going digging and y'all be going to look for receipts and do this, that, then hitting people up. Like, we're not about to do that here. We don't do that over here. Not the army, not on Aaliyah J's channel. We're not doing that, okay? So, it's crazy. Honestly, this was literally like a whole story. Like, I was being a fucking thot. But, I mean, I was young. What do you expect out of me? Like, I was not trying to be tied down to nobody. I was not trying to be being a housewife and a wife to nobody. I was nobody's wife. I'm nobody's baby mama. So, I was having fun. So, anyway, let's get into it. Oh my God. I was dating this guy. He was so fucking annoying. When I tell y'all, annoying, like, I mean it. Like, the most annoying person I've ever dated in my fucking life. Now, I've been in relationships and I've been with guys who have cheated on me, who don't give a fuck about me. Well, they gave a fuck, but they was just fucking, they didn't give a fuck about themselves. I've been with all kind of guys, you know? But this guy right here, he was so annoying. I literally never met somebody so annoying, and still to this day, just think about him, I cringe because he's so annoying. So I was dating him and he was really irking my nerves. You know, around this time he was irking my nerves because, you know, I was growing up and I was maturing and he just wasn't on the same level as me. And I figured that out because, like, he started saying things like, "You think you're better than me?" And I wasn't even doing anything. I'm just sitting there. And he's like, "You think you're so much better than me, Like, I'll be at photo shoots working, and this guy would be just bothering me at 9 a.m. in the morning. Like, fuck out of here, this, and that. And for one, I caught him cheating on me, and I forgave him. But after I started to grow up and see that I didn't even need to be with him, like, honestly, I started questioning myself, like, why am I with this guy? Like, he's a bum. And when I say bum, I mean mentally, not money-wise. I mean, money-wise, he was a bum too. But mentally, he was a bum. So I was like, why am I with this guy? Like, he's a bum. He's driving me fucking crazy. He does nothing. I basically take care of him. Like, the guy can't even buy a burger. The guy's begging me to buy him a burger while we're in freaking Burger King or Shake Shack, wherever we was. And I was just over it. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me to sleep on his couch. He didn't have a bed. And he wanted me to sleep on the couch with him. And I was just like, you know, like I said, this is when I was like working every single day. I slept on it before, I'm not gonna lie, but my back would hurt. So I was just like, I'm not doing this. Like, I don't want to sleep on the couch. I told him that. I'm like, I don't want to sleep on the couch. And that's when he started saying, "You think you're better than me? This, and that." I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me the fuck alone. All I'm trying to do is just get my money and have a good night of rest. I can't have a good night of rest if I've been working all day on your couch. Like, I can't do that. So he was just like bothering me and just bothering me every single day, every day. I remember being in the airport and he was bothering me bothering me. And honestly, he used to bother me because I wouldn't take him to LA with me. And I'm like, I don't have to take you anywhere. You do nothing for me. I don't have to. Like, this is not something I have to do. So I remember being in the airport and he was just blowing my phone up, like talking mad shit to me. Fuck you, bitch. Blah, blah, whatever he was saying. I don't know. And I was like, I'm done with you. And I blocked him. Literally never spoke to the guy again after that, right? Never spoke to him ever, ever, ever again. But I just want y'all to keep him in mind. We're gonna name him we're gonna name him Internet Boy. We're gonna name him Internet Boy. This is his name in real life, but this is his name right now in the video. So his name is Internet Boy. So just keep him in the back of y'all head. I'm having fun wherever I'm at in Los Angeles, partying, blah, 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 partying with my friends. I don't have nothing to worry about. I'm not stressing over no guy. And that's just how I was thinking. And I feel like every girl that is that age, I was the age of like 20, how old was I? But any girl that's around that age who's not in a serious relationship should not be stressing over no man. And this is just advice for any of you women who are stressing over any man. Honestly, it doesn't even matter about the age. If you're 21, 17, 50 years old, you should not be stressing over no guy. Men are not worth it. And yes, I'm in a relationship right now, but even then, no man is worth it. Like, no man is worth your sanity. And honestly, men will stress you out if you allow them to. Do not allow them to. Take control over yourself. Take control over you. So anyway, let's get back into the story. So I'm having fun, like I said, partying with my friends, blah, 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 doing whatever. I start talking to this guy. This guy DMs me on Instagram. So we're going to name him... We're going to name him... Oh my God, the names that come up in my head. We're gonna name him Big Boy, okay? So Big Boy, he hit me up and we talking or whatever, and we just talking through like text and all of this stuff, and we just getting cool, you know? It was nothing serious, obviously. We talking or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I get back to New York, and literally the next day, he asks me, he's like, the Big Boy asks me, he's like, oh, you know, I'm about to go to wherever this city is. I'm not naming the city in this video at all. He's like, oh, I'm about to go to this city or whatever. Do you want to come with me? It's going to be me, my friends. So I'm like, yeah, why not? Like, of course I want to go. Like, I want to have fun. So he's like, all right, I'm going to book your ticket. He asked me for my information, my name and date of birth, so I sent it to him. That was that. We were speaking every day, you know, like we was cool. I had seen him a couple times when I was in New York, but it wasn't anything serious. So the trip comes up. I go on the trip. We there, we having fun, and by this time, me and the guy was intimate, and we was like, you know, getting cute. You know, we was getting cute with each other. We wasn't like doing anything serious, and I don't think we even wanted anything serious with each other. We was just like having fun with each other and spending, I wouldn't even say spending time with each other. We was just like chilling, honestly. Like, I did not want a relationship with him. And I don't know if he wanted a relationship with me. I don't think so, but we was cool. This is where it gets funny. So we get to... Oh shit. We get to our vacation destination and we just like chilling, having fun, taking shots, drinking. I'm like chilling poolside with my little cute bikini on, taking pictures, and you know, we just having a nice time. So the next couple of days, we just doing like fun activities at little like parks and stuff like that, all of us. Remember, it's not just me and him. It's me, him, couple of his friends, one of his family members, and somebody that works for him. So somebody that works for him, we're gonna name him Dork, okay? So this is a lot of names, but just like try to keep track, okay? So it's a lot of people involved in this story. So Dork is there, and Dork is like an asshole. He's like a geek that thinks he's cool, and he's just really an asshole. So he was like getting on my nerves. I was like, whatever, like, you know, whatever. So the next couple of days, this girl pops up. It's a white woman, blonde hair. She was cute, and I was so lost. Like, I was kind of lost because I'm like, who is this girl? So I let a couple hours go by. Me and her wasn't talking. We didn't speak, but we wasn't like staring at each other. You guys know when girls are just like looking at each other like,
who's this bitch?
No, it wasn't like that. So me and her was just kind of like we was both trying to figure out who each other was. So I was just sitting there like, who is this girl? Like, who is she? So I didn't ask for a couple of hours because I kind of wanted to see how the energy was gonna play out. So she was really like next to Dork a lot, and I figured that was his friend. So I'm like, okay, that's his friend. Like, he brings somebody on a trip. Cool. So I just ended up asking Big Boy like later on that day. I'm like, who is that girl? And he's like, oh, she's here for us. What? What? I was like, here for us? What are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, like, she's here for us, like, you know. I'm like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. What do you mean for us? So he's telling me like he wants all of us to be in the bed together. And I'm like, what? Like, wait. I was taken back, bitch, okay? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, first off, a girl just pops up out of nowhere and you don't even come to me and tell me who she is, and now I have to come to you and ask you, and you telling me that she's here for me and you? What are you talking about? Like, I was literally gone and I was lost. And I was just really lost because honestly, like I said, I was intimate with him and the intimacy was not good whatsoever. I got nothing from it. When I tell y'all, it was just the worst. Was it the worst? No, I think it was the worst. You want someone in the bed with us, but down there, no one wants that. I was really, really lost. So I'm like, wait, like, you want that? So honestly, I didn't say anything, and I just kind of walked away from him because I was really, really confused. Like, I didn't say anything. Like, I didn't flip out or I didn't agree to it because I was really lost. And truth be told, I'm just not that kind of woman. Like, I'm not strong enough to have another woman in the bed with me. I'm not attracted to that. And you know, I know there's people out there who do that, but that's just not my vibe, and I know that, and it's okay to know that that's not your vibe. I'm just not the type of woman who wants to engage in anything like that because it doesn't turn me on. It does. I wouldn't be able to handle that. I was like, whoa, like, this guy is testing me. Like, what? I felt really tested. I'm not gonna lie, I did feel tested. Like, I felt like I don't know, like. And in the moment, I was really confused because you gotta understand, like, the place I was in mentally, I was like living that life, you know, like I was having fun, and that was like literally an opportunity for me. And I was like, whoa, like, do I really want this? I've never had someone offer me that opportunity, so I didn't even know how to handle it or how I would feel towards it. Now that I'm older, I know that I don't want to do stuff like that, but at that time when I was younger and being in the moment, I didn't know if I wanted to do that, or if, you know, I was gonna engage in that. I really didn't know, or if that would make me have fun. I really did not know. So I just kind of walked away. So we went downstairs because we went upstairs to have that conversation. So we went downstairs and we were just taking shots, and we were just like having fun, you know, chilling in the backyard, having fun. So now Big Boy and the white girl gets into an argument. They get into an argument. They don't even know each other. I know that for a fact that they didn't know each other. She was only there because of Dork. So her and Dork was friends for a long time. I'm gonna tell you how I know this information later on in the video. Her and Big Boy get into an argument, and I don't know why they got into an argument, because honestly we were just all drunk. Like, we were all like just drunk and having fun and just like doing hookah and just like, you know, singing, I guess. I don't know. But her and Big Boy got into an argument, and basically he was just being really disrespectful. When me and Big Boy went upstairs to have the conversation about who this girl was, he told me that she was a porn star or exotic star, whatever you want to call it. But they got into like some argument and he was being really rude to her. And I remember this literally vividly. Like, I was sitting on his lap and he was just being so rude to her, and I was just like, whoa. So we got up the next day. Like, we're doing adventures wherever we're at on vacation, right? So we're about to head there, and she was kind of just like really like annoyed still in the morning. So that's when I decided to talk to her, because I was kind of like freaked out that she was there, and she was there for that reason. And I wanted to know if she knew that, because I didn't know that. Like, how would you have all of this set up, but I don't know? Like, I just didn't get it. So me and her started talking, and I told her, I was like, do you know why you're here? And she was like, no, like, I'm just here because he invited me, Dork invited me, and, you know, I'm just here to have fun. Like, I just stopped here and he just told me to come. He booked my flight and all of that stuff. I'm like, well, yesterday they told me that you was here because for a threesome. And she was like, that's not why I came here. Like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, thank you, God, because I don't want to do it. By this time, during like the next day, I figured out that I didn't want to do it, because I felt very uneasy about doing it the more I thought about it. And I just felt really like just uneasy about it. Like, I just wasn't happy. So that's why I approached her, because I felt uneasy and I wanted me and her to be on the same page of, this is not what I want. And she's another female, so I just felt like she should understand. She knows what it's like to be a female, and he just wouldn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was basically the only girl there. So she was like, that's not what I'm here for. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that, so don't worry about it. I'm like, thank you, God. Like, thank you so much. Like, I'm so happy you understand. And you know, like, I appreciate you for understanding. Like, I'm just so happy. So me and her really, really bonded over that. And she was so sweet and so cool. And honestly, me and her, we don't keep in contact now, but we do have each other on social media. So I'm really excited about that, because she is really a nice person, and I actually do like her. Like, as a person, she was so helpful to me. Me and her talked so much, and I just felt really comfortable with her, you know? So back into Big Boy, we was all just having fun. I like let that whole like on the spot thing go. I let it go. So after the whole day, we get back to the, you know, little place that we were staying at, and we're like drinking, you know, we're drinking, having fun, blah 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 blah. Like, it's literally nothing to report. So what the tea is that we get into the bed, me and him we sleeping in the same bed, and he falls asleep. I know the passcode to his phone, right? I know the passcode to his phone, not because he gave me the code, but because I seen it like over my shoulder. Who doesn't do that? So I seen the passcode over my shoulder. So he falls asleep. Like, we're literally sitting there and he falls asleep. So I take his phone, I put the passcode in, it opens. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm about to see something. But honestly, I didn't mind. Like, I would be a little skeptical of going through someone's phone if I actually have feelings for them, but I really did not have feelings for this guy. Like, I literally didn't care. So I knew whatever I seen, I would not give a fuck. Like, I knew I wouldn't care. Like, I knew it wouldn't hurt my feelings, and I wouldn't be all uptight. Like, I knew I wouldn't care. I just wanted to see what was going on, like what he was saying to other people and stuff. So of course he's talking to other girls on his phone, blah blah blah. I didn't care. So I'm reading them, and I click on one of them, and I'm reading hers, and we gotta name this person too. It's so many stories. There's so many people in this story. We're gonna name her Sissy, okay? So Sissy is texting him going the fuck off, okay? When I say off, I mean off. Like, why the fuck you playing with me? Blah, 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 blah. You got this bitch out there and you trying to play me. I'm like, whoa. So, okay, he has someone else that's going crazy. That means there's feelings involved. And she knows I'm here. So I'm like, okay. So I keep scrolling in the conversation. She goes, oh, you flying bitches out and you can't even buy your baby a stroller. I was like, what? I was like, a baby? What? Like, I was really lost. Like, when I tell you lost, I was really, really lost. And so I just kept scrolling, and she was just blacking. Like, she said my government name. I was like, how does this girl know me? Like, I was really lost on how this girl even knew my first name. You haven't bought your baby a stroller and all of this shit. I'm like, I was blown away. I was like, what? A baby? Like I said, let's just go back to the fact that I said that I wasn't gonna feel any type of way, right? And so I got mad because of that. I wasn't mad because he had someone else. I was really just mad because I felt like, just keep it a buck. You get what I'm saying? Like, just keep it like that's something different. Like a child and all of that stuff, that's very different. Like, I didn't know all of that. But it's even more tea later on in the story, so y'all gonna really really gag. And I'm just like annoyed. Like, I just felt very like you whack. And like I said, it wasn't because he was talking to other girls. It was just because the messages were so like what's wrong with you? Like, I wouldn't be the type of person to be sitting there, and I know that a guy has like a whole like home and, you know, with a whole family. Like, I'm not that type of person that's gonna indulge in that. I don't do stuff like that. The next day I wake up and we're just all like, I don't know, we was getting ready to go to another like adventure place or whatever we was doing that day, whatever. So I was just very like distant, and I don't know if he was trying to figure out why or not. He wasn't. I don't think he was trying to figure out why. Like, he never asked me what was wrong. I wasn't walking next to him the whole time. I was just very like very, very distant. I'm just like, I'm not even mad. I'm more so turned off. That's what I am. I was already like not even really into it. Like I said, I had no feelings, but I was just more so turned off. So we at the place, and honestly, like, I was just like trying to do my own thing on my phone the whole time that we was there. I was not enjoying myself. Oh, and by this time, the white girl had went home. Yeah, I was just like on my phone walking behind the group because, like I said, it was his friends and some other people there, and I was just walking behind the group, or I was just being really like far away. Me and him did not talk the whole day at all, and he did not try to figure out why. And honestly, I don't blame him because he didn't give a fuck about me and I didn't give a fuck about him. But I was just really turned off. Like, I can't explain it. I was just really turned off because of what I seen in the phone. So while we're doing this activity, like I'm walking behind, I get a phone call, right? I get a phone call, and this is from someone that I know, I'm very close with, and so I'm automatically gonna answer their call because this is someone that literally I know for like my whole entire life. So I answer, I'm like, hello. They're like, yo, where you at? I'm like, why? Because it was just like weird. Like, they was asking me like that. So, I'm like, why? I was like, are you with Big Boy? And I'm like, no. And I said no because I wanted to know why they was asking me that first, because I was freaked out. I'm like, how would they notice? So I'm like, no, why are you asking me that? He's like, no, because his girlfriend Sissy just called me and she's going the fuck off saying that you're there and all of this stuff. And I'm like, y'all don't understand how serious this is. The fact that, okay, y'all don't get how serious this is. Y'all think that this is just like a call, but this is a call from someone that I'm very, very, very close with, almost related to, basically. And I'm like, wait, how do you know Sissy? And they're like, that's my cousin. And I'm like, what? So this is someone I'm related to, and this person I'm related to is cousins with Sissy. And I did not know this because the person I'm related to, that's their other side of the family. So I was really lost. Like, I was like, no way. Like, that shit is crazy. I was just like, no, I'm not with him. And, you know, I just didn't want the drama. Like, I wasn't gonna be on the phone like, yeah, I'm with him, and all of this stuff. Like, I didn't want to do that. So I was just like, no, I'm not with him. Like, don't worry about it. And he was just like, all right. So I get off the phone and I was just like, no, I'm really done. Like, the fact that I know that this is like second family, like Sissy is like family over there, like not really my family, but like my family's other side of the family. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit is weird. And Big Boy knew this the whole time. I didn't know this. Like, Big Boy knew this, obviously, because the text messages, I'm trying to figure out how she knows my name. And, like, it made sense on why she was saying my name and why she was, like, really, like, blacking like that. Like, stop fucking playing with me. Like, it was just very too close to home. And it was just very trashy. So, I was, like, done. So, we get back to the house after the little, whatever we did, activity. And I packed my bags. It was, like, what time was it? Like, 8 o'clock at night. I packed my bags and I hid them in one of the rooms. And let me tell you something. I had this other guy that I was talking to. Me and him was on and off a lot. We was like literally really close, and we was basically in a relationship. I realized that he was in the same city that I was in. So this other guy, we're gonna call him, what we gonna name him? We're gonna call him oh god, it's funny when you want to name people in a story because it's so shady. Like, I'm sipping this ginger ale like it's wine, right? All right, we gotta name him Peanut. Okay, so Peanut, me and Peanut go way back. Like, I was really in love with Peanut, and I really liked him a lot, and he really liked me a lot. And so, okay, so here's the tea. Me and Peanut stopped talking because I just felt like he was in that lifestyle. He was in a crazy lifestyle, and I just didn't want to deal with that drama. Like, he was just like, I don't know, I just didn't want to deal with that drama. So that's why I stopped talking to Peanut a long time ago. So we never really stayed in contact like that. But remember, I was a newly single person at this point. So I was like, let me just hit him up. I see he's in the same city that I'm in right now. And what's up? Like, what's going on? So I hit him up and I'm like, yo, like, I'm out here. What you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Let's link. And he like, oh, word, I'm out here too. All right, come to this address. So I went to the address. But let me tell y'all the adventure I went on to get to the address. So I hid my bags in the house and I left the house. Mind you, I was fucking drunk. Like, I shouldn't have been leaving the house in a city that I don't know, drunk in an Airbnb, in an Uber with someone that I don't know. Like, it was pitch black outside. This was so dangerous to me. Like, when I tell you I was really just like being crazy and young and very like not thinking, like, I could have really got hurt, you know, right? I was really scared, but it was fine. I got to the destination fine. So when I got to the destination, Peanut, he had like a little attitude. So I was like, ew, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I was just like, whatever. So we was in the car and we went back to his hotel room. He had his like little entourage with him, which was cool. And the entourage obviously had girls because they always do, because that's what guys do. So the hotel room, it's 2 hotel rooms connected to each other. I know you guys seen this type of hotel room before. It's like a door that separates the both hotel room and you could like walk through it. He had to actually pack his bags because he had to get on a flight to go back to whatever city he was from. So he's like, oh, you know, it's really late. Mind you, it's like 12 a.m. at this point. Or 1 a.m. one of the, I don't know. But he's like, it's really late. Like, if you need to stay here, then you need to stay here. Like, stay at my hotel because I'm about to leave, but stay at the hotel. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So me and Peanut, we about to leave. He's going to grab his friends. So I come with him in the other room, and the friends are there with the girls. The friend is like, he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know that I'm that bitch. He doesn't know that this is my nigga. So he tried to like make little jokes on me to make the little groupies laugh. And Peanut was like, don't do it. Like, don't try her. Like, that's not, like, relax. He had to tell his friends, like, relax. Like, she's not the one. Like, she's like cool. Like, and so he was like, oh, my bad, my bad. He was trying to make the girls laugh. And I was like, this is the joke he said. I came into the room. He's like, oh, look at you coming in here looking like an auntie. I'm like, first off, that was fucking whack. Oh wait, my light went out. Okay, it's back. Anyway, I was like, first off, well, in my head I said this, but I'm like, in my head I'm just like, first off, that is so whack. Like, these girls are still probably not gonna have sex with you. They don't want you. But yeah, Peanut basically told him, like, back the fuck up. Like, don't be trying her. He stopped and he was like, oh, my bad, sorry, or whatever. I'm like, yeah, nigga, watch who you talking to. So yeah, Peanut left and I was leaving too. I didn't want to stay at the hotel, so I was leaving too. I got in my Uber and the Uber was like a white guy, so I was just like, whatever. So I had a really long way back to the little hotel we was all staying at, me, Big Boy, and everybody else, and Dork. I had a really long ride. It was probably about like 30-40 minutes, and that's a long time when you're going home drunk at 3 a.m. and you don't know where you are. So I get in the car. For some odd reason, me and the guy started like chit-chatting, and he was just telling me how he knows these certain people in the film industry and all of this stuff, and we were just talking about, like, you know, films and movies and stuff that we seen, and he was a really nice guy. So it's pitch black outside. Like, there's no street lights, there's nothing there. We on the road, and somehow we end up in a dead end. And when I tell y'all, I started freaking out. I'm like, let me out of this fucking car. Let me out of this car. Like, I'm trying to open it. I'm like, sir, let me out. And he's like, I'm sorry, I got lost. And I literally was flipping out. And he's like, I got lost. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I took the wrong way on the GPS. And he showed me. You guys, my heart, like, the way my heart is beating right now, because I'm just thinking about how scary that was. Like, I was freaking out, and he was even shaking because he's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, like, I got so scared, like, I'm really scared right now because I mean, he didn't have bad intentions, so he doesn't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. He don't know what I got on me. I could have like a freaking knife on me, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's why he got scared. But I was scared because I was in the middle of nowhere. My phone was dying. I was drunk. It was 4 a.m. and it was no street lights. It was no other cars either. So I was just really freaking out. So he showed me that he got lost, and we was on our way back home. You guys, that was like a lot, like being in that cab. I have been in some of the craziest Ubers or cabs in my life, and I have a lot of anxiety taking these Ubers and cabs right now. It has gotten to the point where I can't even take an Uber by myself at this point. Like, thankfully nothing happened, but I have been in Ubers where men have tried me. So just a little note to the ladies, please be careful. If your phone is dying, do not get in an Uber. If you are drunk, do not ever get in an Uber by yourself. If you don't know where you're going, don't do it. Like, it's the worst. Whew, child. Let's get back into the story. So yeah, so I finally get back home. I finally get back to our little hotel or whatever it was. I wake up the next morning, and it's time for us to pack our bags because we have to get on a flight back to our city. So I'm like, yes, finally it's over. Like, I get to go home, blah, 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 blah. So we do that, and me and him, we're like being cordial. We're cool or whatever. Like, we ain't like beefing. I don't got beef with him, like, because I don't care. It's just the fact that, like, why you ain't tell me? So we on a plane together, and literally when I tell y'all, Internet Boy made mad fake pages. Talking mad shit on my comments, DMing me. Internet Boy even tried to hack into my Instagram. Like, y'all don't understand. He knew I was away, and I was like doing my own thing, and I wanted nothing to do with him. So he was very bitter and salty. He was very intimidated, and he was just making all these comments and all of these fake pages, and it was just so much. And I was showing Big Boy, and I'm like, yo, look at this. And honestly, I think Big Boy knew that I was with Peanut that night, but honestly, I did not care. He did know. I don't know how he knew, but he knew, and I didn't care. Big Boy already knew what the fuck it was going on, and I knew what was going on. So I'm just showing Big Boy, like, look at all these fake comments from Internet Boy. Like, we both knew it was him, literally on some stalker stuff. Like, Internet Boy was just doing the most, and this is why I was so done with him, because he was literally like on some psycho stuff. Like, and I don't have time to deal with that. Like, it's one thing to be crazy for a person, but it's another thing to be crazy at a person. Like, Nobody needs that type of energy. Internet boy was almost like the type of person that would almost try to kill me if I didn't be with him. Like, he was the type of person who was like, it's either I have you or no one does. I literally had to pray to God, like, can some girl come over here and have sex with this dude? Can some girl come fuck him, please, so he could get off my back? So we land and I get my bags. And literally, I did not speak to big boy at all ever again. Like, literally, I got my bags and I walked outside to catch a cab, and I did not speak to him ever again. That was just like, that was like a moment in my life where I was like on a trip and I was just having mad fun, and it was all just going very, very fast. Like, a lot of shit was happening very fast. That was like my little whole story. It wasn't really a whole story, but you get what I'm saying. I was having a lot of fun and doing a lot of shit very fast. But yes, I've been saved. Hallelujah. But that was like a little story time. It was very too much. It was just really crazy, you know. I had to find out that there was family there. I don't know, it was a very funny moment in my life, and I just didn't want to share this story because y'all know when I share stories, I like go all into detail, and I didn't want to share it because I didn't want to ruin anybody's life or family or make anybody look bad. That's not my goal. That was my story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know you guys miss story time so much. I have some of the best story times on my channel. If you haven't seen any of them, you could check the link in the description box. I'm gonna list a couple, or you could just go on my page and find them. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have a story similar to this, let me know down below in the comments. Like, make sure you are subscribed and you push that post notification bell. And I love you guys so much. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and mwah, love you guys.